All right, y'all. So yeah, I just wanted to come back and get my take on this one. As y'all know, Valentina Shevchenko, 50-45, Wei Lee. So everybody's throwing all kinds of names at Valentina Shevchenko right now. And I was just looking through this post-fight interview with Valentina Shevchenko, and I will go on record now to say, yeah, Valentina did mention Natalia Silva in this interview. Of course, she didn't mention her right after the fight, which, that's one thing, but she did acknowledge Natalia Silva now. She did acknowledge quite a few challenges for her. She said there's good flyweight fights out there for her, like Aaron Blanchfield, Natalia Silva, and of course, bantamweight now, because fighters like Amanda Nunes are calling her out and Kayla Harrison. But I wanted to focus on Amanda Nunes in this one because I saw Amanda's tweet saying that she'll move down to 125 to beat Valentina Shevchenko. And my first take on that and only take is Amanda need to get real. She need to get real because number one, the first two fights were close. I did think Amanda won those two fights. But number two, she is not a flyweight. She is not a fighter that can move down. Flyweight, no. Featherweight, yes. Maybe even lightweight. When you see Amanda Nunes and how she looks when she's in her off season, right? She's definitely not a flyweight. So that's something I wouldn't even want to see or even consider Amanda Nunes doing. I'm sure Valentina Shevchenko would welcome it, of course, right? But even then, I think that Valentina Shevchenko, she would probably want to take Amanda Nunes at her best, which would be at 135, because at this point, I think Amanda, with her inactivity, she probably get destroyed by Valentina Shevchenko if she, tried to make a horrible weight cut down to 125, a weight she's never been, and a weight she's never been in. She's been inactive for almost over 2 years now. And then you take it on one of the prime best fighters at flyweight. That's not going to be a pushover. All right. I mean, Misha Tate, she learned the hard way when she moved down just to fight Lauren Murphy, right? I mean, she got drugged. She got soundly drugged up. So I'm talking about champions here now. We talking about Amanda Nunes, who is a champion, but we talking about one of the best pound for pound fighters right now who hasn't skipped a beat or even thought of retirement. So let's just look at consistency in weight classes here. Again, there's weight classes for a reason. So I think if Amanda Nunes wants any chance at Valentina right now, she needs to do it at 135. And like I said, I think that Valentina Shevchenko, she would welcome that fight at 135 because that's where their unfinished business really is. It's at 135, right? She lost two close fights to Amanda Nunes at that weight. And, considering Kayla Harrison wanting that fight too, I think that, that would be something that Valentina would consider, if she was to actually have the time to prepare for it, moving up and building her strength up for 135 again. So, yeah, I just think that Amanda Nunes, she's probably just kind of trolling Valentina since they kind of have that unspoken bad blood with each other. They're not really like hating on each other, but they always kind of say something slick to each other. I remember when Amanda Nunes beat Juliana Pena the second time, Valentina goes out and tweets, "Oh, I see you using my style, being a southpaw." Like, her southpaw style wasn't nothing like hers, but Valentina kind of throws those little friendly. They kind of throw those little friendly sneed remarks out at each other. So really, I don't think Amanda Nunes is going to do it. She's not going to move down to 125. I think when she finds out she can't even get down to like 140, at this point, or like even with ease, or even like down to 137 without really getting them kidneys hurt. I mean, hey, she's gonna prefer that fight at 135. And again, like I said, I just don't think that Amanda Nunes has the body to move down that type of weight class, with her frame and just her inactivity like that. I mean, Amanda's got her own problems right now with Kayla Harrison, just again with her inactivity fighting one of these big monsters in the division. Again, Kayla's not the most technically sound fighter, but she's one of the more athletically gifted fighters and freakishly big fighters for the division. So that right there is enough for Amanda Nunes to be concerned about and not even worry about Valentina until Valentina moves up to 135. And that's my take on that.